Where? Where's Evan going? What is he doing?
Ooh, yeah. Huh. And the theme is crafting. Yeah! Crafting in video games at its core is making things out of other things. This can be following recipes, this can be more freeform, this can be closer to customization. What's exciting to me about crafting is that it suggests goals to the player. To get one thing, they need another thing. To get that thing, they might need two different things. Like if you wanted to make a dog, you need to look up a recipe on a computer to make the dog. To build the computer, you need electronic components and a hammer. To build a hammer, you need a rock and a piece of wood, apparently. You need all of these things in sequence, and just knowing that you want to make a dog already suggests going out, finding a rock, finding wood, finding electronic components, making things, and all of that is before you get the end result, which is the dog, which can probably help you to do something else. Perhaps be happy. Yeah. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Ah, good boy. And the thing I want to emphasize here is this is really exciting because this can all be intrinsically motivated. This isn't like telling the player to do all these things. They feel like they're discovering it on their own. And that's incredible. And that's what drives games like Minecraft, because players are telling their own story about how they made these things, discovering the different recipes and the ways to build things in the game, and they keep motivated so long as there's something in front of them that they haven't built yet. A lot of modern AAA games, like Far Cry, they're including crafting to keep players engaged and keep giving players reasons to continue exploring their worlds. People basically like going out and fetching things. Our whole evolution was about going out into nature, into the wild, finding something, bringing it home, and using it. What I want you to think about when you think about this theme is it's really about taking things and turning them into other things. And the method that you turn things into other things is really kind of the fantasy here. Is it about being a blacksmith? Is it about being a cook, a tailor? Could you be playing from the position of a god, creating and crafting a whole universe? Could you be dreaming up new things? Is it an absurdist crafting system where it produces surprising and ridiculous results? Can crafting be used for humor in a game where the results are all preposterous? And the things that you take also inform what this fantasy is. What is the game? Are you crafting a town out of bricks and mortar, or maybe crafting a town out of people? What do you want to say with this game and with the crafting really comes down to the elements that you use and what they create. So there's a lot of avenues for deconstructing what a crafting experience is in a game, and a lot of things that I think are as yet unexplored. It doesn't have to be a traditional crafting game at all. It's just things turning into other things. Crafting might seem like it's a mechanic that's done to you, but the thing I want you to think about is that there's a generation of gamers that grew up with Minecraft as perhaps their first game or the game they've spent the most time in. Crafting is kind of invisible to them. It's almost expected to them. That's what games are to them. And the thing that is exciting there is if they already understand crafting so intrinsically that it's invisible to them, what can you do to make crafting interesting? What can you do to flip it on its head and subvert those expectations? Because they're used to it. It's not like they grew up with Mario where the mechanics were just jumping over Goombas. They grew up with Minecraft and crafting, but now they're going to be looking for something new. They're going to be looking for surprising experiences, and that perhaps hasn't been explored yet. AAA games are almost all including some form of crafting these days, and it's almost dangerous to ignore that and continue to make retro games for gamers of a past generation. Something I want to stress for this game jam is building a whole inventory and drag and drop system can be a ton of work. If that seems like a thing that's going to hold you back from actually exploring the game you want to make, don't do it. As a judge, I'm happy to learn a keyboard shortcut from a README file that tells me that H is to build a hammer if I have the right ingredients. Keep it dead simple, because if you spend a whole weekend just building a drag and drop system, that's not going to get to the meat of what's exciting about this theme. We'd rather play a janky interface with interesting crafting results than a fantastic interface with no game. Crafting, crafting, crafting.
Yeah, good boy, good boy. Oh, God.